grocery store and there's an apple for $1,000, there's nothing emotional about that. You just won't make the purchase. Now, so for example, let's say you're in this zone. What's going to happen is when you use these logical gauges, this logical metric to self-reflect on the thing you just purchased, if you're in this zone, you are going to emotionally feel like you didn't get a good deal. You'll logically see, well, I paid more than what I got, and that logic in turn is going to cause you to feel, it could be, you might have buyer's remorse, you might feel embarrassed or silly, you might just feel like you got ripped off, you might feel angry. So that logical gauge is going to create an emotional response, and that emotional response will then lead to an action. In this case, probably leading to them canceling. In this zone here, when you logically reflect on what you got, hey, look at what I paid, look at what I got, you're going to then, you're going to see that it was a good deal. Because it's a good deal, you're going to emotionally feel happy, and because you emotionally feel happy, you're probably not going to cancel. Also up here, if your customer's in this zone, they're going to end up giving you, or it's going to be easier to get referrals. You're not going to burn territory as fast. You might get a good reputation in the area. Where the reverse is true over here. You're not going to get a referral from someone that feels like you got ripped off. They're not going to send you to their friend if they know that you're not going to give them a good deal, if they care about their friend at least. So keep that in mind. What you need to do is boost the value logically, and don't leave the sale until you feel like they're up here, until you know they're up there. When I used to go business to business, I wouldn't leave unless I knew that they logically felt like the deal was good. And if I felt like they didn't, I literally wouldn't do the deal just because I didn't want to cancel. So the next thing, or the last thing I want to go over, and this is a huge one, going to be hard to reach, is over-promising. Over-promising, in my opinion, probably has the biggest impact on whether or not your clients are going to cancel with you. It's massive. And furthermore, which makes it worse, is that we tend to overpromise on the things that the customer actually really cares about. So the hot buttons, we're trained to look for that hot button. When we find the hot button, press it. And what we do is we overpromise on these things that matter to the customer, and that is probably the fastest way to get a cancel. So for example, someone comes into your business and they're let's say they want to buy a house, or we'll go anything. Let's say they want to buy a plane, and they tell you that they want the best bed in the plane that the airlines has to offer. So you tell them, oh, this bed, it's amazing. It's going to blow your socks off, or whatever a bed does. You talk up this bed. You say it's the best sleep they'll ever get. So a customer's happy. They buy the plane off you, take the plane for a spin, go to lie down, and then they realize, hey, this bed's not that great at all. So now you're in trouble, because what you did is you built all that value off the bed. So you built all that value up here off their hot button, and when the customer lies down, immediately you lose all that value, and you go from here to here right away. And when that happens quick like that, you're almost guaranteed to get a cancel, or at least a phone call. If they can cancel, they probably will, unless you can somehow justify the value being up here again. Okay, so you do not want to overpromise on the hot button. What you want to do with the hot button is you want to actually let it naturally build value, because if your product or proposal has the features or benefits that they're already looking for, don't overpromise on them. Let them naturally build value, and you'll automatically offset your price point, and they'll make a buying decision. So a better approach to the scenario I just gave, let's say customer comes in again, they want the plane, they want the bed, and you tell the customer, well, you know, it's difficult to find the best bed that in the entire airline has to offer, or that's in any plane, but you know, check this out. This bed does this, it has this feature, it kicks out this way, it's made of this, and you know, look at this as well. And the customer says, well, that's pretty awesome, I like that, I'm happy. So now their hot buttons up here, it's naturally built value. Customer takes the plane for a spin, lies down, and in this scenario, he might think, hey, this is better than I thought, and the value actually go up. Okay? So just to recap on this point here, don't overpromise on hot buttons. When you do that, you're increasing expectations on the things that are the most important to the customer, and when you don't deliver on those things, you can pretty much guarantee that they're going to be upset, and they're going to go here. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys out. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, if you need anything, let me know.